Happy Thursday, Friday Eve, Ronnie boy, Ronnie
Yeah.
H.
What's up, Randy G?
Oh,
Randy A.
just enjoying life, enjoying my life, enjoying my life. Let's get right off and thank our Lord and Savior Jesus
Yeah.
Christ with the verse of the day from James 1:19. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Amen. If everybody followed that analogy, we'd have a much pleasant world.
We would have a much pleasant world. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. And just a perfect example of how that
Yeah.
is not the case. North Korea, they're developing chemical weapons just in case anybody tries to attack them.
Come on.
Yeah, they sure are. It was in the news this morning. They're manufacturing
Well, I'm glad that I was trained in NBC.
okay.
Nuclear, biological, chemical warfare.
You know,
United States Army. Okay.
you know, I people they shouldn't mess with chemicals. That's what the whole thing with COVID was. It was a biological freaking war.
I
Chemical
mean,
war.
look at you. You mess with chemicals.
Yeah. But those ain't
Look at both of us.
those che-
Actually, both of us.
those chemicals don't kill you. They put you in paradise just for a few hours.
Well, they
But they're
well,
building chemical weapons for combat. And it's more they're just like they think a full scale world war is going to be happening. But what's going to happen is they're going to make chemical weapons, store them. Somehow they're going to leak, or someone's going to steal them and use them. And people are going to be like, "Oh no, no, no! Hey, Kim, dumb, ill. You can't be building those weapons. That's a no no. You can't be doing that. They're illegal. Everybody does not agree with that.
do they?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe China doesn't, but how about a little bit good news? Did you see the
Well, first, wait. I want to incinerate because no, because I think Russia would haven't they used chemical warfare before? They used it just recently. So
I didn't hear anything about
how
that.
do you? Yeah, they did, dude. I don't put it past any one of them. I wouldn't put it past Putin to use chemical warfare.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about any chemical except for COVID. I mean, to me, that was released to try to
That's different.
slow down Donald Trump.
That's biological. That's not chemical. That's biological warfare.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
It's
Ron.
different.
Ron shoots
It's
and
different.
scores. Oh, and Randy misses the save.
Well, I'm kind of intelligent about that shit because I learned about that.
Well,
You
that's
know,
because of all the chemical
I
experience that we've had growing up.
right, right, right. It's like it's like I had to amputate the third arm. It was just, in a way.
Well, I remember it was growing out of your forehead. It just looked dumb.
Right, right. And it's just, with the third eye by over here by my ear, just couldn't have it.
Oh boy, if I could have an eye on the side of my head or in the back, I think I would take it.
I don't know.
I'd be okay with that. That's like the lizard looking
Like
around.
having eyes in the back of your head.
I'd have them as long as they're under my hair. Actually, it would probably be a fashion statement. I'd shave my head just so people can see it.
Right. Be the monkey head.
What do they call that in vehicles when the reverse camera? You probably wouldn't need that if you had eyes in the back of your head, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Okay. I
Well,
feel I
what
feel that
about if you needed glasses?
I think they would stay on your head if you needed glasses, would you need them in all your eyes if you had eyes in the back of your head, or I wonder.
I don't know. It's
This,
interesting.
this joke is in quicksand, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. All right.
Hey, but some good news. Ozzy Osbourne's final concert with Black Sabbath, because they haven't played in 20 years together.
Right.
They raised $190 million.
Yeah. I wish I had half of that. I just wish I had $1 million, dude.
We they I mean, it's to help cure Parkinson's. We haven't really cured a good disease in a really long time. And
No.
I believe once the fat government and the pharmaceuticals figured out how much money they could make by keeping people sick versus curing them, they took the lower road.
Right. Yeah.
Can I get an
I heard
amen on that?
hey man. Okay. I heard something about bee venom curing cancer.
I heard something about beeswax curing chapped lips. Are you crying, Ronnie?
I heard about, I heard something about bees pollinating flowers.
Well, I heard of something about bees' honey attracting flies.
Yeah, I heard something about bees like they fly and they buzz around your head.
Well, I heard if a bee lands on your coffee cup and drinks your coffee, it can't fall asleep for like 3 weeks.
But I heard if a bee goes under your beer can, it's drunk for a week.
Hey, here's something. Did you hear what this is actually a pretty funny story. You know that Zoran? I don't even know. You know, he sounds like a comic book character, that guy running for mayor of New York City,
Yeah,
Zoran.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's gaining momentum with if you want to call them Democrats anymore in New York City. And Trump says that if he wins, that he's suggesting a federal takeover of New York City. And I'm like, yes.
Martial law?
Yeah, because you can't let communism just come in and control one of our major cities. You just can't let that happen.
No, you can't let that happen.
That's a
No.
crisis, dude. God bless you, sweetie.
Bless you, Kitty.
I think I don't think she can hear us. You got your headphones on, sweetie?
Well, she should have her headphones off because she's supposed to be
Our fact checker, I know.
our fact checker, and you know,
Oh, speaking of
yeah, I can
sneezes,
double down it. Listen, I can double down as that, but
that's how I make myself sneeze.
I
My
mean, I can
my
double
allergies are.
down as that post, but
So I
I don't
would,
want, I don't want to show off. All right,
I think you should take the second, show off, and there's your second.
all right. Well, I snoozed and I lost.
Yeah, so I agree. I don't think you should let communism take over a major city. I mean, you're giving up New York
No,
City
you
to
can't.
communism.
No, you can't.
And just like here's more good news. Trump is banning China from buying farm property in the United States. I know you've been talking about that.
Oh, that's a freaking, that's a no-brainer. Why don't we just let,
Just
why don't we just let Russia purchase the Niagara Falls?
I mean, it's just to me, it's common sense to you don't let your adversary to buy property in your country. I mean, it's just common sense. And I don't understand how people
Right.
there's
Especially like next to
Excuse me.
like a military base, or
I
you know,
mean, the freaking Biden administration let a balloon fly over our nuclear facilities and take pictures. I mean,
right.
do they not understand you're flirting with disaster when you allow an adversary just to come into your country and do what they want?
I
That's
know,
how
dude.
greedy. That's how greedy. It's like that's how greedy they are. It's like, oh man, wait a minute. I could protect America, or I can make all this money by selling to the devil.
China, listen, that's all they do is prepare for war, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
They, their kids from the time they're 5 years old are taking martial arts. Okay, they're taking martial arts. They're teaching. They have to go in the military when they're 18. So it's like that is how they are preparing for war, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the girls are prepared over there.
I just wonder, like, I don't know how long ago they were sitting around a table in China, the big important people, and they were like, "How can we? I need some ideas how to take over America." And someone was like, "Well, why don't we start buying up their farmland?" And they're all like, "Oh, come on, the Americans ain't that stupid. They're not going to let us just come in and buy their land." And they're like, "Well, we should just try it." Or how about we fly some balloons over their country and we'll take pictures of all their secret nuclear sites? And they're all like, come on, the Americans ain't that stupid. They're not going to allow that to happen.
Well, we could always give them TikTok and spy on everybody.
Yeah, yeah. How about we set up a program? We'll call it TikTok because they like tic tac toe so much they'll buy it, and
Right.
we'll listen to everything they're talking about. We'll be able to infiltrate the government, and they're all like, "Come on, America's not that stupid now. I need real ideas here. I need real ideas."
You would be surprised how vulnerable this country is.
Oh, dude. Well, it's a little less vulnerable, not much, but still a little less, thanks
But
to President Trump.
you know, it's really fucking stupid that, you know, I seen something on Facebook, okay? And now this is Facebook, okay? They're saying that uh oh yeah, China really only has like one aircraft carrier, and so does but it's not, there's something going on with it that it's not as powerful as one of ours. Or Russia only has one, uh, but it's like 50 years old, one aircraft carrier. Listen, and then they said that America has 11. We have 11 aircraft carriers that are nuclear powered, and, and, which I didn't know, they don't need to be fueled for 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, I did hear that.
Now I don't know if I believe that Russia only
Allergies.
has one aircraft carrier,
Nah,
or China
well, who knows what China
only has
has?
one aircraft carrier.
Who knows? They lie about everything.
I know. Well, I think our I think our Navy's superior. I have no doubt about our.
Hey, well,
You have 96 aircrafts. You got 96 aircrafts on a aircraft carrier, dude. Dude, you talk about fucking firepower, dude.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Ron. If Trump has to federally take over New York City, I'm coming back to New York and I'm helping him. I am helping him because we can't let communism take over anything in this country. And Stupid, greedy people, blind, greedy people are
Well, then I'm
uneducated.
putting my spurs on. I'm getting the shotgun ready, and I'm coming out, and I'm coming out with you, Pa.
Finally, we gonna get to kill us some communists right here in America. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We get some homegrown communism. We get to shoot them dead.
And you know what they say? Aim for the head. You got to kill them right away like that. Don't let them live and hit them in the
Right.
body.
The only good communist is dead communist. Mhm. And if you can't shoot them, we're gonna
Excuse
string
me.
them up. And if we can't shoot them, we're gonna string them high in the tree.
You know, and it's getting crazy because there more people are being arrested for fighting attacking ICE. There was more of them in Texas now.
Ice, ice, baby.
No, there was more of them in Texas now. What is this one? Oh no, we'll
That's
get
because
to.
of the lack of respect for the law, dude.
No, it's because for a long time it was okay to shit on your government and go after people that you just didn't agree with violence. And not I love it every time these same crazy fucks that were doing that shit during the Biden administration, the Obama administration, they're getting arrested now. And if they're not even supposed to be here, they are being kicked out of the country or they are going to prison.
You out of here, boy.
You know, I caught me one of these men that was attacking ICE, and I got him here. Oh shit! Oh, I shot him by mistake.
No,
Damn,
bitch, it slipped.
it slipped. My God, well maybe I should put the gun on this side so it's safe. Oh man, I shot another one by mistake.
It's a good thing I got a double barrel shotgun.
Now those was two bullets that was well placed. You know,
Two
and
for the price of one.
and of course, the Democrats will try to have him arrested. He'll be in court and he'll be like, "But John, it was a mistake." And the judge could be like, "Well, okay, it was a mistake."
Well, they were selling shotgun shells 2 for 1. So I had to buy me 100 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I buy shotguns at 2 for 1 and I kill four people at the price of two, let me see. That's
Don't I don't I
that's
get
blank.
don't I
That's
get
blank.
credit for just two?
That's blank. And look at that. I saved me some money and I saved America.
Right.
So, so that's good. I'm
But if
happy.
you line them up, see, but if you line them up in a row, I could shoot one bullet and kill them all.
Oh, geez, we'd have a contest. So, how many communists can you kill with one bullet? Well, it depends how close you line them up together. See.
But then again, if I want to go silent, I just bring out my crossbow.
I'm thinking like of the Hobbit when they would shoot the orcs like two, three at a time with one arrow through
Yeah,
all their heads.
right. That's what I was kind of getting at.
Hey, there's
Yeah.
an idea for our next collaboration. All we got to do is turn the Democrats into some kind of creature taking over the country. And
We could, we could turn them into gerbils.
oh, see, there you go, Ron. Right to is this the who was in Pretty Woman? What's his name? Is this a Richard Gere reference?
How is that a reference? I said gerbils.
Oh, that's right. He had a hamster up his butt. Isn't that the same thing?
Oh, no. There's a monkey up his ass. Freaking old guy with
Allegedly, allegedly.
Bruce Almighty. Bruce Almighty.
Hey, but I'll tell you, nothing will get our show exposure if we get Richard Gere trying to sue us for saying that he's
I
a
have
rodent hole in the
nothing to
back.
do with it. That's RandySwell.com. I like Richard Gere.
I do too. I like him a lot, actually. Not the way you like him, but I like him a lot as an actor.
So the check engine light hasn't come back on.
Oh, good news.
Yeah.
So so
Dude, I
everybody,
went all the way out to listen, I went all the way Main and Transit out to Connect Life, got the pallets. Then I went all the way to South Buffalo, all the way back to North Buffalo. It's like
I got I got to sneeze that won't come out, dude. I got to take a second here.
so, so it hasn't come back on. So
Show everybody how to get a sneeze out. You ready?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Feel it coming.
I don't think that works.
oh, look at that. Oh, that sneeze is right in there, man.
Well, you gotta force that sucker out. No, so I mean
Oh, I can't
I
get it.
put a half a quart of tranny juice in it. So
I can't believe I can't get the sneeze out live. I was going to show everybody how to do it, and it's freaking making a liar out of me. I can't
well,
believe it. I can't believe I did. That was the first time I think it's ever failed, Ron. I did. I think because
you're gonna make me sneeze.
huh?
I said you're gonna make me sneeze.
I don't think sneezes. They're not like yawns.
No.
I'll get it. I'll get it in a second.
Did you
So,
know your heart stops when you sneeze?
it does.
Yeah.
No, hey. So let's tell everybody how you because people want to know how do you get rid of a check engine light? I think it's just add a quart of transmission fluid, right?
Well, that's what I did, but uh well, it came on, so I took it back over there and bless
I
you.
didn't know if you could
I
see.
I took it back over there, he turned the code off, okay? But I did check my oil, my check transmission fluid. It seemed like it was down a little bit. Yeah. You know, I had it running. Gotta check your tranny when it's running. So I checked it and then put a half a quarter go-go juice in there, tranny fluid. And then like I said, it hasn't come back on. But if you have a check engine light on, disconnect your battery for 5 minutes.
Well, did they check it for you? Did they say what it
They
was?
must have seen. Do I know what happened? I think what happened was when they inspected my truck,
Yeah.
they they took the two right tires off. Okay, checked my brakes. They said it was 60. They said my back brakes were 60% shot, which could
Which is
be.
just a little over half used.
But in that truck, you know,
It's what's
I
Ron,
don't.
60%
Nothing
is just
surprised.
over a little over half used.
Right, right.
That's fine.
So, but they said there was a leak on this. What do they say? Front strut or something, or front seal. But I don't think nothing's leaking, dude, except the condensation of my air conditioning.
Right.
That's the. I'm only getting water because I've checked.
Right.
So uh, they must have they must have took the battery off the terminal to check something. Okay, because otherwise they must have engaged a sensor or something. But like I said, it's he turned it off at the shop, so you know, thank God it hasn't. I
Good.
mean, it hasn't come back on. So I don't know. Maybe I mean Seems like it's running fine. I mean, it kicks into gear hard every now and then, but you know, although when I started it, it made a big clunk
Huh.
underneath. So I
Well,
don't know if that was maybe the flywheel was off. Like, because your starter engages and hits the flywheel to start the truck. So,
so if
and that's what I was, so maybe
anybody out there listening has any suggestions for Ron's about the clunk noise, go ahead and chime in.
maybe the flywheel and the starter wasn't uh
So let's see.
well,
The DOJ, they landed a victory, and a federal judge allowed them to withhold and take back $800 million in grants. Of course, now these grants are supposed to be helping. They're supposed to be helping people that need money, but they don't have any records of who it's helping. But there seems to be a lot of lawyers and politicians that have fat ass bank accounts. So those are the people that are mad and trying. They think they're going to sue now to try to get.
because they're lying
So
in their pockets,
they're
dude.
gonna. They think they're going to sue. Of course, they'll probably find some judge, activist judge, that'll say like, "Yeah, we're going to tell the government how to spend money. So yes, we're going to grant you your freaking case." But that's not
Right.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And here's something else that I know we've talked about in the past with student loans. You remember that program by Biden that he used to buy votes, where he said you didn't have to pay back your student loan. So since it was
Yeah.
in court, nobody had to pay their student loans, and because it was in court being fought out, so they absolutely forgot about paying their debt. Well, it's going to kick back in now with interest
Well,
because because people are going to have to pay their loans back.
okay. On that note, I'm I can see paying for college to a certain extent, but some of these prices are astronomical. And like a guy like me that can't afford sending my kid to college, my son has to go to probably a community college,
There's nothing
which
wrong
is
with that, dude.
You, it doesn't matter where you start, it just matters that you get your degree.
That's right.
I've worked in
hark, I
college
hear an angel,
15 years.
angel.
Hark, I heard Angel Kitty sing.
Glory to the newborn king.
That's right. It doesn't matter where they start; it's where they end up. And
Right.
so there's
Look
absolutely
at me.
nothing, and
Look at me.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with going to community college. And anybody that took offense by that, it's Ron Haskell at yahoo.com.
No. I had nothing to say about community college. I like community college.
Excuse me.
And
Oh, you caught that cough. Wow.
people flunk out of community college too. It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
Damn right I did.
And it's, and I'll tell you, it's
I didn't just flunk out. I flunked. Okay.
I was the number one flunky.
When you look up flunk from JC's junior college, you see my picture. Okay. That's how bad I flunked
It
out.
was
no reason to boast.
he flunked so bad we could write a song about it if we had
I
time.
flunked so bad they're going to change their name to Ron.
It's like, well, here's how you can be. You could be at the top.
You pulled a Ron, man.
The scale's gonna be 1 to 10. It's gonna be Ron to Genevieve. You either pull a Ron or you pull a Genevieve.
Right.
But we are running out of time here.
Oh. Beautiful day in Buffalo.
So that's good. People are gonna have to pay back their. You know what? I actually had student loans when I went, and I didn't. I only did it to get out of some stuff and get some money, free money from the government. But I ended up having to pay it back with interest, and I did.
Yeah.
I don't expect people to pay my loans for me.
I
All right,
don't
hey,
either. And you know,
here's one we could close on, Ron. You're gonna love this. Barbie has released its newest doll. It's Barbie with diabetes 1.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's
yeah, you know,
she's got a little heart monitor patch or something on her arm, and she's got some whatever they you could check your blood sugar level packet. It looks like you're carrying like a the old style cell phones on your hip.
Mhm.
why don't they just like, you know, bring out the Barbie street walking hoe?
It's almost like they're glorifying the disease.
They're glorifying the disease.
She's saying packaging
Well,
as
I take metformin, so I got, you know, I'm kind of diabetic. I try to watch my sugar now.
How about an obese Barbie? Has anybody came out with an obese Barbie? I don't know.
I know you got like you could have like a pet pig and stuff.
If over if over half, and you could pull like bacon strips off of your pet pig and just eat it while you're walking. This is the new Barbie. It has a McDonald's drone on it. It just goes and gets hamburgers for you anytime you're hungry.
It could be like in sneakers because high heels would be like collapsing.
Yeah. All right, on that note, buddy, we got I just want to say happy Friday Eve to everybody. Been a great week with Ronnie, but we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
So I want everybody have a blessed day and
Be
save our
safe out
country,
there.
save our country, kill a communist. And well, I'm just joking. I don't need MIB showing up at my door.
That's RandySal.com.
All right, Ron. Hey, it's always good. I will see you in the green room. I want to thank
I
everybody
will
for
see you in
tuning into the
orange
Rel.
room.
What's that?
I painted the green room to orange.
And is that to honor Donald Trump?
No, it's to honor the bandits.
Woohoo! The three-time world champions. All right, my friend. I'm got to get out of here. The freaking producer is screaming in my ear. I am Randy Sell.
I'm Ron Haskell, and we're out of here. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.